Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's Thursday. It's already Thursday. Another overcast day with a bit of drizzle. And I noticed that the flags on the harbour bridge are flying at half mast today. And I'm not quite sure why that's the case, but I'll try and find out throughout the day. It usually it means that somebody who was a politician may have passed away, or there's some sort of tragedy that is yet to reach me from the news. But as you can see here, it's high tide, the water's flat, there's a gentle breeze blowing, and we've got a little pontoon, or actually a big pontoon out there just next to the international passenger terminal, doing some work with a crane, a floating crane, which you don't get to see all that often. So let's go on a bit of a walk and talk. Today I want to have a chat to you about a book summary, and the book summary is an interesting one, and it's more about entrepreneurialism and working out how to be of greater service and to create greater value in the community, in your business and in your family life. So the book is entitled Will It Fly? And the author is Pat Flynn. And we'll just step through the book summary and see where it leads us. But once again, the author, like most of these book summaries, kicks off with a powerful statement. And the statement is quite profound actually, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy it just as much as I did. And for those who are worried or thinking about their futures, the following statement will get us moving, I think. And the author says that a surefire way to predict the future is to take no action at all. How profound is that? A surefire way to predict your future is to take absolutely no action at all. No truer words have ever been said. So there's a call to action here by Pat Flynn, who suggests that in order to create our future, we don't just sit there and wait for things to happen. You've basically got to do something. You've got to take action and live your dreams. So, and what follows from this is another point that the author makes, that when you do nothing, you get nothing. As simple as it sounds, a lot of people, especially young people, don't understand it, and they sit and wait. They wait for the government, they wait for their parents, they wait for their teachers, they wait for their girlfriend, they wait for their friends, they wait for somebody else to create magic in their lives, only to see the years evaporate and the opportunities disappear, and then after many, many years, looking back, saying to themselves, I had all of these opportunities, I had all of these dreams, I had this wonderful network of people around me, I had my family, my friends, I had a safety net that would ensure that I could just never fail, because I had the support and the people around me to make those dreams come true. And yet I did nothing, and now I am left with nothing. So the author then goes on to talk about what we can do, what each of us can do to try and make things better for their future. And he says that we should all consider interviewing our future self. Who do you want to be? Who do you see what do you see in terms of who you want to be and what you want to achieve? So the author calls us to action to interview our future self. Sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and interview your future self and try and match your lifestyle with your future self, and ask yourself, is what I'm doing today, is the way I'm thinking today, are the people that I associate with today going to lead me closer or further from that future self? Because the author then takes us one step further and says, it's great to have values, priorities and goals. But there is another thing, a completely different dimension to actually live them. So once again, there's a massive and powerful call to action for each and every one of us. And then the author calls us to further action, and he says, grab a piece of paper and divide the paper into 4 quadrants. And in each quadrant, write the following words: love, health, wealth, and happiness. And in each quadrant, you need to write down how you imagine yourself 5 years from now. How do you look, and what has to happen for you to be able to get to where you see yourself 5 years from now? And the author also suggests and says that by just doing this simple exercise will allow your subconscious brain to steer you towards these outcomes. Because these are very, very profound and powerful questions that you're asking yourself, and the exercise is thought-provoking and life-changing. So don't look at it lightly. Just the mere sitting down and dividing a piece of paper up into 4 quadrants and writing down how you see yourself and how you visualize yourself has a great power and an ability to help you get there, because you need to have your conscious and your subconscious working together in unison to help you move to where you want to be. So the second step in this book is to talk more about business and doing a similar sort of exercise, but matching your ideas with your target customers by creating a customer PLAN, customer plan. So from a business perspective, in order to try and develop services and products, the author says that the first thing you should start with is the P, which is the first letter of plan, and ask people to find out what their problems are and ask open-ended questions in order to clearly get them to articulate and for you to clearly understand what problems they have and what problems they're dealing with. The second letter in the word plan is L for language. And the author talks about the importance of us paying strict attention to the exact words and phrases that your audience uses to describe their problems, feelings, and possible solutions. Because focusing on their language is also a critical step in terms of helping us understand how important these problems are and how we can work with them as partners in their growth and development to get to the solutions that are going to help them as well as help you as a business. The third letter in the word plan is N, and N is needs. N stands for needs. And we need to look at the things that are not working in your customers' lives and work out what you can do to fix these problems. So there you go, Plan. And the next step in this book is that the author talks about the importance of having pre-sales, of having pre-sold your book, or having pre-sold your product, or having pre-sold your service, or pre-sold your development site, your apartments or your building sites to customers. The author suggests that we need 10% pre-sales, because when you get paid up front, you know that your product, your solution is something that is valued, because people are pre-committing to it. So, and if you can't get a 10% pre-sale, then you know that you're in trouble. So you need to prospect. You need to ask the right questions. You need to work with prospective customers. And if you can get your 10% sales up front, then go for it. Go forward, develop the site. Go forward, develop the product, develop the solution. Do whatever you have to do to bring it to life. But you need that pre-commitment from your customers, else you'll struggle and your product service may suffer an early death. Anyway, that's about it for me today on this wonderful day. Wonderful in terms of we've got our health, it's not windy, it's beautiful to be out and about. I'm on my morning break from work, and we've just finished another book summary entitled Will It Fly by Pat Flynn, and we're learning very, very quickly that when you do nothing, you get nothing, and a sure way to predict the future is to take no action at all. So let's get moving, let's get thinking, let's try and build our future, and to live with action, with bold action, the things that we need to do in order to bring our values, priorities and goals to life. And the bottom line, as the author said, is that we need to live it. We need to live it, and to live it with passion. Anyway, that's about it from me. Let's finish up today and finish up with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's get into action. Let's picture and visualize our future self, who we want to be and what we want to achieve 5 years from now, and develop an action plan and do whatever we need to do to get there, one step at a time. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today on Jim's 5 a.m. Club. I'll head back to work, and thank you, and I look forward to catching up with you again at a later stage throughout the day, because I've got quite a few book summaries that I want to crank through, and I want to get to my 1,000 vlogs and be the most prolific vlogger that you've ever had in your social circle. Take care, and thank you for all your support over the past 8 months, and I look forward to any comments that you may want to add, any private messages that you may want to send, or any votes of support, or any ideas that you may have. So take care. Yassas from Jim's 5 a.m. Club. If you like ya, and we'll chat again. Bye for now.